What was that? In the last class, we were discussing the chapter chemical reactions and equations. We have got the basic information regarding this, and we started discussing about the particular concepts given in the textbook. And in the last class, we completely focused on chemical equation and balancing an unbalanced chemical equation, right? Just recall the definition of chemical equation. You know that it is the symbolic representation of the chemical reaction, right? But particular definition is, it is the method of representing the chemical reaction by using the symbols and chemical formula of reactants and products that are involved, right? So symbolic representation of chemical reaction is chemical equation, and every chemical equation has some features. You all know that. What are those? One is, we will go for writing all a chemical formula of all the reactants and products on the left side of the chemical equation. Sorry, reactants are to be written on the left hand side of the chemical equation, and products are to be written on the right hand side of the chemical equation. Then in between them, we will go for using the arrow mark. We know that arrow mark indicates the direction in which chemical reaction is taking place. In addition with that, here maybe the reactants or products. If more than one reactant is there, then they are to be separated by plus sign, even in case of products as well. These are the some important features of chemical equation. Then after that, we come across the chemical equations in which the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side is not equal to product side as well as equal to product side. So based on that, we have classified the chemical equations into two types. One is balanced chemical equation and second one is unbalanced chemical equation, right? Balanced chemical equation, you just let's recall some points related to both balanced and unbalanced. Balanced chemical equation, then unbalanced chemical equation. It is, in case of balanced chemical equation, the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side is equal to the number of atoms of each element on the product side. Whereas unbalanced, the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side is not equal to the number of atoms of each element on the product side. Then here, when you observe the mass of reactants and products, in case of balanced chemical equation, it is equal, right? That is, mass of reactants is equal to mass of products. In unbalanced chemical equation, mass of reactants is not equal to mass of products. Then we know that a balanced chemical equation will satisfy one of the law of chemical combination. What is that?
Law of conservation
of mass. Balanced chemical equation satisfies the law of conservation of mass. Unbalanced chemical equation does not satisfy the law of conservation of mass. Next, we took one example as well, that is most familiar one. It is burning of magnesium ribbon. For balanced chemical equation, we write 2 Mg plus O2 gives rise to 2 Mg. Whereas unbalanced chemical equation, we give the same example, Mg plus O2 gives rise to Mg. So these are important differences between balanced and unbalanced chemical equations. Then after that, if there is an unbalanced chemical equation, we learn how to balance them. We have a process, that is process of equalizing the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side and product side is called balancing a chemical equation. Is it not? So to balance an unbalanced chemical equation, we have some methods. We have algebraic method, electron method, oxidation method, reduction method, then
Hit and
hit and
trial.
trial method. But for our syllabus, only hit and trial method has been introduced, and based on that, yesterday we balanced one chemical equation. That chemical reaction related to that, it is when a heated iron reacts with steam, then it produces iron oxide with the liberation of hydrogen gas, right? Have you practiced that one?
Yes, sir.
Have you all practiced?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Disha,
Yes,
have you
sir.
practiced? Okay. Just once, Mr. Rika, I'm not going to write that in detail. Just brief information will be given. In case of hit and trial method, the very first step is we will convert the given chemical reaction into word equation. In this case, it is iron, that is heated iron, plus steel gives rise to iron oxide and hydrogen. And it should be written in symbolic representation in the second step as Fe plus H2O gives rise to Fe3O4 plus H2. Then we will go for putting box for all the reactants as well as products. Then in the very first step, you'll go for listing the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side and product side. Like this. Here, the elements that are involved are iron, hydrogen, and oxygen. And in LHS side, that is reactant side, on the reactant side, number of iron atoms is 1, hydrogen is 2, oxygen is 1. Then RHS side, nothing but product side. The number of atoms of iron, it is 3. Oxygen, it is 4. And hydrogen is 2. Then afterwards, we will go for selecting a compound having maximum number of atoms, even an element having maximum number of atoms. Just observe here, the greater number is 4. It is this number is corresponding to oxygen. Hence, the element oxygen is to be taken. Just observe here, iron plus steel gives rise to iron oxide plus hydrogen. As we have come to know, oxygen element has maximum number of atoms. So first it should be balanced. Here 1 is there and it is 4. 1 is not equal to 4. To equalize that, we will go for multiplying 1 by 4. Then it is to be multiplied on the reactant side. Here 1 by. This is 4. Now oxygen is balanced. Next, as the oxygen is balanced, next element is, it is hydrogen. Okay, 4 2s are 8. Total there are 8 atoms of hydrogen, whereas here 2, here is 8, here is 2. You can convert 2 as 8 by multiplying 2 by 4. Look here, it is to be multiplied on the product side. This is 4. Observe. Now 8 atoms of hydrogen, here 8 atoms of hydrogen. So 2 atoms are balanced, oxygen and hydrogen. Then we will go for taking another element, that is iron. This is the left element. Now we have to equalize this because in case of iron, the number of atoms on the reactant side, it is 1, and the product side, this is 3. It should be equalized. So 1 should be multiplied by 3. Here or by 3. Here 3 atoms of iron, here 3 atoms of iron. So totally the equation is balanced. So this is balanced chemical equation, right? So just in shortcut only I have explained. In the examination, even if they ask you to balance the chemical equation, you can write this much only. But particularly by hit and trial method means what are the steps I had given you yesterday, those should be followed. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Nisarga?
sir.
Okay. Pavan Kumar? Yes. Sudarshan? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Students, now let's go for balancing few chemical equations. First, I've been taking only simple chemical equations. Even in yesterday's worksheet also, I'd given you only such chemical equations. Complicated agila. I'd given you such chemical equations. Now I'm going to take the same. Right. Side heading. Balance the following chemical equations. Orange. Just write. Okay, write it as question number. Balance the following chemical equations. Chemical equations. Balance the following chemical equations. First, I take very simple one, and we are using frequently. What is that? Which is that? Yes, it is.
Mg plus
One is of magnesium member. Other ones are recall because chemistry is like that only. As and when you go for reading, you go for learning, you have to recall the previous one. You are it can be remembered easily. Right. The first one, it is Mg plus O2 gives rise to MgO. This is given chemical equation. Now it should be balanced. Let's go for balancing it. So for balancing, we will go for listing the number of atoms of each element. Here are right. The elements involved are magnesium and oxygen. You write LHS is reactant side and RHS is product side. LHS, number of atoms of magnesium is 1. Oxygen is 2. Please write with me. Then here on the right hand side, that is product side, number of atoms of magnesium is 1 and oxygen is also 1. Next, and below that you write the chemical equation as it is. Balanced chemical equation is right. It is Mg plus O2 gives rise to MgO. Just observe. Now you tell which element has to be chosen, magnesium or oxygen?
Oxygen,
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Oxygen has maximum number of atoms and magnesium is already balanced. In this case, oxygen is unbalanced. It has maximum number of atoms. Here 2 is there, here 1 is there. What should be multiplied?
2.
2, sir.
2 should be multiplied.
Oh.
Where? On the right hand side or left hand side?
Right hand side, sir.
Right hand side. Now, oxygen atom is balanced. See, here 2 atoms of oxygen, here 2 atoms of oxygen. Now, consider this one only. Here 2 atoms of magnesium, here is 1. Here is 1. Now, what should be multiplied?
2, sir.
2
2.
should be multiplied. Here, 2 Mg. So, this is a balanced equation, balanced chemical equation. Next, I go for taking second. Again, I'm taking simple one. Listen. And Observe and write. H2. Which molecule is this?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen, sir.
Molecule. Then hydrogen gas is taken. Then O2.
Oxygen.
Oxygen, sir.
Oxygen.
Oxygen molecule. And these two gases react with each other to form
H2O.
H2O.
Water.
H2O. Nothing but water.
Water.
Right. First, we will go for listing the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side as well as products. The elements involved are, one is hydrogen, second one is oxygen. And NHS side, hydrogen has 2 atoms, oxygen has 2 atoms. Then RHS side, nothing but product type. Number of atoms of hydrogen is 2. It has 2 atoms. Oxygen,
1.
1.
1 atom. So which
Sir,
element?
2H2 plus O2 is give rise to 2H2O, sir. Balanced equation.
Okay, okay. Now, which element has to be considered?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Because hydrogen is already balanced, so oxygen will be taken, and here 2 and 1. What should be multiplied with 1?
2, sir.
It should be multiplied. That too, it should be on the right hand side. Here I'll write hydrogen plus oxygen gives rise to water, H2. Okay? Here 2 should be multiplied on the right hand. Now, oxygen is balanced. 2 atoms of oxygen. Here, 2 atoms of oxygen. Please observe the book. Now here, on the product side, how many hydrogen atoms are there?
4.
4.
4, sir.
4. Samiksha, observe. Here, 4. Here, how many?
2.
2.
2.
Multiply by 2.
By multiplying by
2, sir.
2. So I'll write here 2. 4 atoms of hydrogen. Here 4 atoms of hydrogen. So this is the required balanced chemical equation. Right. You see the required balanced chemical equation. Balanced chemical equation. Let me go for taking third. Third one, again I am taking a simple compound KClO3. Listen it. Just observe. KClO3. K is potassium. ClO3.
Chlorine.
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 Chlorine oxide.
Chlorate.
Chlorine.
Chloride.
CHLORAT. Chlorate. Potassium chlorate. The name of the compound is potassium chlorate. Now what we will do is, this is to be heated. This compound is to be heated. And in the presence of a catalyst called manganese dioxide. Catalyst ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? You have learned in your previous class. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ definitely I'll give you the information. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ brief ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ, catalyst is also one of the chemical substance. It is used in a chemical reaction to enhance or to decrease the rate of chemical reaction. General ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, to vary the rate of chemical reaction, we will go for using a chemical substance. We call that as catalyst. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ positive, negative ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Again, we will discuss in the last part of this chapter. Information ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Here, potassium chlorate. Now ಇದನ್ನು heat ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. When it is heated, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, this only one compound is there. This get split up into 2 compounds. You know what are these compounds?
KCl.
Magnesium.
Potassium chloride and oxygen, O2. And please do remember, this is one of the chemical reaction used for preparing oxygen. It is one of the chemical reaction used for preparing oxygen in the laboratory. KCl compound. Using the compound, we have separated oxygen. Just information. Now let's go for balance in this chemical equation. Right? The elements that are involved, they are, one is potassium, second one is chlorine, third one is oxygen.
Oxygen.
Next, left hand side, that is reactant side. Potassium has only one atom, chlorine has only one atom, whereas oxygen has three atoms. Reactant side, RHF. Potassium has one atom, chlorine has one atom, oxygen has two atoms. Right. Dheeraj, Mithun Swami K. Dheeraj R. Samiksha.
Sir, 2 potassium chloride is given rise to 2 potassium chloride plus 3 O2.
Right. Listen here. Just by observing this, you can come to know that oxygen has maximum number of atoms. 3 the here is 2, right? Now it should be balanced. Here 3 is there, here 2 is there. Then what will, how will you for equalizing?
6 we should.
LHS side it to 2. In RHS
By multiplying 3 on LHS.
Yes.
O2 by 3 and
Very good.
2 in
Very
LHS,
good.
sir.
Just simple, right? Just I'll go for to equalize this. I'll go for multiplying 2 with 3 and 3 with 2. You know, when 3 is multiplied by 2, it becomes 6. When 2 is multiplied by 3, it becomes 6. I've already told you, and I've given you the clear information that while in hit and trial method, we will go for focusing on multiplication, no addition, no subtraction, and no division. Now, see that here 6 atoms, here also 6 atoms. Let's go for right. KClO3, potassium chlorate, on heating in the presence of catalyst, get split up into potassium chloride and oxygen. Then, here on the left hand side, we have to multiply 2. On the right hand side, because where the oxygen is there, we have to multiply 3. Now observe, oxygen element is balanced. So here 2 3s are 6. Here 3 2s are 6. But next, how many atoms of potassium?
2.
There
Sir.
2.
2.
Here 1 is there. How do you go for balancing? By multiplying
1. 2.
by
2.
2 with 1. Is it now? Now here I'll write 2. Now see that 2 atoms of potassium, here 2 atoms of potassium. Whereas chlorine, oxygen atom and
Sir, it is
potassium.
balanced,
become 2.
sir.
Next one is
Chlorine
chlorine.
is also balanced, sir.
2 atoms of chlorine, here 2 atoms of chlorine. Now this equation
Balanced
is
equation.
right. You see, this is balanced chemical equation. Hope you have understood this. Are you understanding?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Come on. Yes. Okay. Now let me go for taking 1. We are moving from simple to complex. Super simple again the complex. You'll get the confidence as you get the correct balanced chemical equations. Right. It is nitrogen gas. When nitrogen gas is passed over hydrogen gas, or when these two react with each other, they form
NH,
ammonia, not ammonium. Ammonia, NH3. Ammonium is NH4. Let us go for balance. Observe. Look here. I won't follow this one. Directly I will go for writing. N2 plus H2 gives rise to NH3.
N2 plus 3H2 is gives rise to 2 NH3 cubes.
Observe. Just by observing this, you can come to know that hydrogen atom has, hydrogen element has maximum number of atoms. Here 3. Hydrogen has 3 atoms on the left hand side, 2 atoms. It should be balanced. So for balancing, it is to be multiplied by 3 and 3 should be multiplied by 2.
2.
Okay, here I am writing. This is 3 and this is 2. Hydrogen is balanced. Whereas nitrogen.
Nitrogen also balanced, sir.
2 atoms of nitrogen. Here, 2 atoms of nitrogen. It is balanced.
Balanced equation.
This is a balanced equation. This is a balanced chemical equation. Next. Here. Fifth one it is carbon monoxide is taken. Carbon monoxide, its chemical formula is CO, carbon monoxide, which is very poisonous gas. And when it is made to react with hydrogen, there is a reaction condition. Condition ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ these two will react with each other when they are heated to a temperature of 300 degrees Celsius. First temperature alli heat ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. And it will also, these two will undergo chemical reaction when the pressure is 300 atmosphere. And in the presence of a catalyst called manganese dioxide. You are following? Following
Yes,
or not?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Some chemical reaction will take place directly. For example, you go for taking a metal called sodium, a dry sodium metal, you just place it on a tile, flooring tile, then will you go for heating it to make it to react with any other matter?
No, sir.
No. When it is just exposed to the atmosphere, immediately it reacts with oxygen present in the atmosphere. But even it catches the fire as well. Andre, there, just direct at normal temperature only, the reaction has taken place. But in this case, this reaction it should be heated to a temperature of 300 degrees Celsius with a pressure of 300 atmosphere in the presence of a catalyst called manganese dioxide. The compound that we obtain is another poisonous compound called, it is CH3OH. I think most of you have heard about it, even maybe familiar. Have you heard this?
Methane hydroxide.
Yes, it is methyl hydroxide, and commonly it is called methanol. You all have heard about alcohol. Kelidira? Don't know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Alcohol ಅಂತೂ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, right? ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, just generally it is common sense. Alcohol, and you know that this alcohol is nothing but ethyl alcohol or ethanol. That chemical formula is C2H5OH, ethanol. And this is methanol, METHANOL, methanol. or else it is also called methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. Remember that. And it is very poisonous. Methyl alcohol is poisonous. Okay, just small information. Now let us go for balancing it. For balancing, let us go for listing the number of atoms of each element. The elements involved are, one is carbon, second one is oxygen, third one is hydrogen. Next, write the number of atoms of each element on the reactant side. Carbon has 1 atom, oxygen has 1 atom, hydrogen has 2 atoms. Then on the product side, carbon has 1 atom, oxygen has 1 atom, whereas hydrogen, it is
4 atoms.
yes, very good. Here 3, here is 1. 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1, it is nothing but 4. 4 on the direct variable. You can write 3 plus 1 now. Now, which element is to be chosen?
Hydrogen, sir.
Hydrogen.
Multiplying by 2.
This should be balanced. How do you go for balancing it?
By multiplying 2, sir.
Multiplying 2.
LHS.
2 by 2. So then here 2 2s are 4 and here also 4. It is balanced. Now let me write the chemical equation. Carbon monoxide plus H2, that is hydrogen, gives rise to methyl alcohol, CH3OH. Here 2 has to be multiplied on the left hand side where hydrogen is there. So here are 2. 2 2s are 4. 4 atoms of hydrogen. Here 4 atoms of hydrogen. Whereas remaining carbon and oxygen. Here
Balance,
carbon,
sir.
1 atom. Here 1 atom.
Balance.
Oxygen 1 atom. 1 atom. It is balanced. Such a simple. Right. This is a balanced chemical equation. This is a balanced chemical equation. Another one. Sixth one. Yes, students, could you tell what is the main component of compressed natural gas?
CNG.
It is
Methane.
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 Methane is the main component of CNG.
CNG.
Whereas LPG,
Butane.
is the LPG,
Butane, sir.
butane. Butane is the main component of LPG. Now, methane thought. You are also very familiar with the chemical formula of methane. This is CH4. Methane. Then, when the spark is brought nearby the methane, immediately it catches the fire by reacting with oxygen and produces the compound called, yes,
Methane oxide.
no, methane. General for whatever the cooking gas we are using, it is nothing but LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. In that, the main component is butane. Butane chemical formula is C4H10. C4H10. When you bring a lighter nearby that, what happens when you press that? The spark, when the spark touches to the butane, immediately it catches the fire. Immediately it will react with the oxygen. Then it produces some compounds to the atmosphere.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Most commonly compound is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a very small, but it is a very small quantity. And in addition with that, water. You all may be thinking that, sir, we won't see water only. Hello, gaseous state, vapor form. That is also in very small quantity. Prajwale, Prajwal A, sit properly. You must feel that you are in the classroom only, though it may be your home, but the place where you are sitting, it is your classroom till the class will run. Here also, when methane reacts with oxygen, produces carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water. Now let us go for balancing. Right. It is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These are the elements that are involved in this chemical reaction. LHS part. Reactant side. Carbon has only one atom, hydrogen has 4 atoms, whereas oxygen has 2 atoms. Next, in case of product side, carbon has only 1 atom, hydrogen has 2 atoms, and oxygen
3.
3, sir.
3.
2 plus 1, nothing but 3. Yes. Please tell me which atom should be, element should be considered? Carbon, hydrogen, or
Hydrogen.
oxygen?
Hydrogen, sir.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen has maximum number of atoms. Here 4 and here is 2. It can be balanced by multiplying 2. But it should be on the right hand side. Write the chemical equation again. This is methane CH4, second one is oxygen, O2 gives rise to, then carbon dioxide CO2, then water H2O. Yes. On the right hand side, we have to multiply 2, where the hydrogen is there. So here I multiply. First, hydrogen atom is balanced. Here 4 atoms of hydrogen. Here 4 atoms of hydrogen. Next, which one has to be considered?
Oxygen.
Oxygen, sir.
Oxygen.
Oxygen,
Here,
sir.
oxygen. 2 atoms. On the RH side, 2 atoms.
Total 4.
4 atoms of oxygen.
Multiplying by 2.
Multiplying by 2.
Very good. It should be multiplied by 2. Here I'll write 2. 2 2s are 4, and here 2 plus 2, 4. Oxygen is balanced, whereas hydrogen 2 2s are 4. Here already 4
That
atoms
balance
of
is-
hydrogen. So all are
Remaining are
Balanced.
balanced.
all the elements are balanced. And then I'll go for taking one more. Right. It is aluminum hydroxide. 7-1 is aluminum hydroxide. You know that its molecular formula. It is AlOH thrice. Yakendre Al3 plus OH 1 minus. On crossing over charges, it will be Al1 OH thrice. This aluminum hydroxide is heated, then heat ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it produces the aluminum oxide. Chemical formula of aluminum oxide
Al2O3.
2 plus O A3 plus O2 minus. Crossing over charges, it is Al2O3 plus what? A2O3 and S2. Let us go for balance.
ಸರ್
Yes.
ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ CH4 ಪ್ಲಸ್ O2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ LHS ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 into 3 ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇಂದು.
ಇಲ್ಲೇನಮ್ಮ?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ 2 into 3 ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ
We
ಸರ್.
are not going to consider this. ಇದು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು we will go for using the whole table. In the whole table, we will go for selecting an element having maximum number of atoms. You know, till 2 is there, 2 plus 1, 3 is there. And here 4, here 2, here 1, 1. Bigger number is 4. It is corresponding to hydrogen. That is why first we will balance hydrogen.
ಸರ್ ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ 2 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ 2O2
ಈಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಈಗ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರೀತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ yesterday we used to draw the table alwa initial number of atoms of each element in the initial
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2O2 ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಸರ್ 2O2 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 3O2 ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು
okay
ಅಲ್ಲಿ CO2 ಪ್ಲಸ್
wait anaga I understood that iga hydrogen balance have you understood this balancing hydrogen element
ಎಸ್
ಇದು ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಈಗ ಅನಗ
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್
don't consider this consider here ಈಗ when the hydrogen is balanced again there will be variation in the number of atoms of oxygen as well you know oxygen here 2 ones are 2 here 2 plus 2 4 items got it here 2 is there hence it should be multiplied by 2 again for balancing now 2 2s are 4 there it is 2 plus 2 got it
4 ಎಸ್ ಸರ್
anaga artha aithenamma
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸರ್
okay good here let's go for balancing yeah aluminum hydroxide in that elements involved are aluminum oxygen and hydrogen aluminum oxygen and hydrogen then reactant side aluminum has only one atom
1
and this is very important to notice that here whatever 3 is written this 3 is applicable to both oxygen and hydrogen so here the meaning of this is oxygen has 3 atoms and hydrogen has 3 atoms got it next in RHS side that is product side aluminum has 2 atoms
2 atoms
oxygen
4
atoms.
has 3 plus 1
Sir.
see the oxygen atoms are distributed to 2 compounds aluminum oxide and water hangage in one compound 3 atoms of oxygen in second compound 1 atom of oxygen then hydrogen here 2 hydrogen has 2 atoms now it should be balanced
A2 AlOH thrice equals to Al2O3 plus 3H2O.
oil
now could you tell which is to be or which element has to be considered
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
oxygen and hydrogen
hydrogen hydrogen
Oxygen.
hydrogen
Oxygen.
hydrogen
Oxygen.
Oxygen, sir.
enough we have 2 options oxygen or hydrogen ಈಗ aluminum cannot be considered ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ least number of atoms are there but here your students one thing you must remember the maximum number of atoms while considering the maximum number of atoms we will go for taking the particular element where the atoms are not distributed here of course 3 plus 1 4 is there but here atoms are distributed right atoms are distributed to 2 compounds hence we will go for taking hydrogen please don't write keep observing I'll show you both the possibilities here aluminum hydroxide AOH thrice gives rise to Al2O3 plus H2O now I go for taking hydrogen tagondre enagutte Observe. Let us go for balancing. To balance this, we will go for multiply 2
Into 3.
by 3 and 3 by
Into 2.
Into 2.
on the left hand side. Here on right 2.
2.
Then on the right hand side, where hydrogen is there, on right 3.
3.
Please observe. Now hydrogen is balanced. Look here. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. Hydrogen, 3 twos are 6. Right? Now, next one. As the hydrogen is balanced, go for oxygen. Here 3 ones are 3. Here 3. 3 plus 3.
Balanced, sir.
3 plus 3. 6.
Six,
6
sir.
atoms of 6 atoms of oxygen. You count one. 3
Six.
ones are 3.
3 2 sir.
3 twos are 6. 6 atoms of oxygen. And the next one is aluminum. Aluminum has 2 atoms.
2.
This aluminum has 2 atoms. So this is balanced chemical equation.
Sir, repeat once again, sir.
Yes.
Repeat, sir.
This is a balanced chemical equation. Once I repeat, observe. Here, oxygen has more number of atoms, 4 are there, but here atoms are distributed to 2 compounds. That is why I'll go for taking the next element having maximum number of atoms. This is hydrogen. Hydrogen has 3 atoms. Now, to balance it, 3 should be multiplied by 2 and 2 should be multiplied by 3. So multiply 2 and here 3. Observe. Number of hydrogen atoms. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. Here, 3 twos are 6. Hydrogen is balanced. Next, you go for taking oxygen. Oxygen, 3 ones are 3. Here 3. 3 plus 3, 6. Oxygen, here 3 ones are 3. 3 twos are 6. It is, oxygen is balanced. And the left element is aluminum. Aluminum has 2 atoms. On the right hand side, it has 2 atoms. So it is balanced. ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ 4 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಟ್ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ okay oxygen has been distributed to 2 atoms whether you go for multiply 4 with aluminum oxide or 4 with water ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ no we cannot take so right are you understanding Nishka? Okay. Shreyas XP. Suman? Suman, have you understood? Okay. Here, the oxygen atoms are distributed so that we won't go for some more chemical equations are there which are to be balanced. Every day, just I'll go for taking 3 to 4. Forthcoming 4 to 5 days. If I go for taking all of them at a time, there is a chance of getting confusion. Okay. Today, balancing chemical equation is this much is enough. Now we are moving to the next concept of discharge. Unwanted sound is coming, please mute the audio. Observe. Okay. Dear students, we have already discussed about the characteristics of chemical reactions. It may be the evolution of gas, formation of precipitate, then change in physical state, change of temperature, then and also change of color. Now I'm going to take one of the chemical reaction, that is A carbon dioxide gas is passed into calcium hydroxide. Now let us come to know what happens. Just observe. Carbon dioxide gas, CO2. When it is passed into CaOH twice, CaOH twice, it is aqueous form. Now, could you tell me what is formed? Just recall it. Yesterday, I had given you the information regarding what happens when two aqueous solutions react with each other and when gas is passed into the aqueous solution.
Precipitate
Formation of
Very
precipitate.
good. Precipitate will form. Here also, precipitate will form because gas is passing into aqueous solution. Then the precipitate formed is, it is calcium carbonate, CaCO3 plus
Water.
water. The students, you just observe this chemical equation and tell whether it is balanced. Balance agidana? Just
Yes,
go
sir.
for observing one by one. Carbon, one atom. Here, one atom. Oxygen, 2 plus 2, 4 atoms. Oxygen, 3 plus 1, 4 atoms. Oxygen is balanced. Then calcium,
Balanced,
one
sir.
atom. Here calcium,
Balanced, sir.
hydrogen, 2 atoms. Hydrogen, 2 atoms. Here it is balanced chemical equation only. You no need to go for balancing it again. I have taken one such chemical equation. So this is a balanced chemical equation. Observe. Here, carbon dioxide. This is a gas, right? Look at that. It is a gas. And this gas is passed into aqueous solution. Aqueous solution in which form it is? Solid state, liquid state, or gaseous state?
Gaseous state.
Any aqueous solution, yes? Any aqueous solution will be in the form liquid, right? When gas is passed into the aqueous solution, we get a precipitate. This is
Precipitate.
white precipitate of calcium carbonate. Whether what is the physical state of precipitate? Solid, liquid, or
Solid.
gas?
Sir.
Solid.
It is
Solid.
solid. And water is formed. This is
Liquid.
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 Followed. Once I repeat, carbon dioxide gas is passed into aqueous solution of calcium hydroxide. Then a white precipitate of calcium carbonate is formed and water. Next, I'll go for taking another equation, another chemical equation. Just observe it. So, it is very familiar to you. I already explained you this. It is potassium chlorate.
Chlorate.
Potassium chlorate. When it is heated in the presence of the catalyst called manganese dioxide, MnO2, what happens? This compound gets split up into two other compounds. Then what are these compounds? One is
KCl plus O2.
O2.
that is potassium
Plus
chloride,
O2.
and another one is
Oxygen.
oxygen. Yes, students, again I've been reminding you that this is one of the chemical reaction used for preparing oxygen in the laboratory. Please do remember. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ important ಇರೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ exam ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು. I'm taking only such chemical equations. Vijay SK. Observe. Here, potassium chlorate. When it is heated, it gets split up into potassium chloride and oxygen. Is it balanced? Is it balanced?
No,
No,
sir.
it is not balanced. Potassium, one atom, chlorine, one atom, whereas oxygen,
Three.
here is 3, here is 2. Hence, it should be multiplied by 3
Three.
and it should be multiplied
Two.
by 2.
2.
2
Oxygen
KCl.
is balanced. Then potassium, here 2 atoms, here 2. Chlorine, 2 atoms, 2 atoms. Look at this is also one of the balanced chemical equation. And in this balanced chemical equation, you can observe that the reaction has taken place with some condition. Alva? Is it not? So what that condition is, it should be heated
Heat.
and in the presence of catalyst called manganese dioxide.
Manganese.
Let me go for taking another chemical equation which is most familiar to you. This is carbon dioxide plus water. You're all very familiar with the process called photosynthesis. Plants can prepare the food of their own, is it not? They use carbon dioxide and water. Under what condition the products are formed?
Light, sir. Sunlight.
These two will undergo chemical reaction in the presence of
Sunlight, sir.
sunlight. And
Chloro.
then could you tell the compounds that are formed?
C6H12O6.
C6H6
C6H2
H1O6 plus
plus O2.
O2 plus
H2O.
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 plus energy.
Test.
Yes. Observe. Here, this chemical reaction is taking place in the presence of sunlight. This is also one of the condition. Understood? Now this has not been balanced. Will you balance it? Look here, balance ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ again we should move on to the actual method. Listing the number of atoms. Okay, irli sadyake irli. You may stop writing. Just I'll go for taking one more. Another which is very familiar to you, that is, we have already come to know that methane reacts with oxygen and produces. When these two undergo chemical reaction, what will happen? Produce. Please tell. Carbon dioxide, water, and also it produces the large amount of heat. That is heat energy. Clear? Understood? If yes, just show the symbol. If not, okay. Now I'll go for taking another chemical equation. That is reaction between barium hydroxide, BaOH, and ammonium chloride. NH4, Cl. When these two undergo chemical reaction, they produce the compound called, one is barium, chlorine is there. It is barium chloride, BaCl4, plus it is
NH3
NH3 plus
plus H2O.
H2. Look here, in this case, Nishka, please observe. These two reactants will undergo chemical reaction by absorbing the heat which is available in the atmosphere or in its surroundings. Heat energy na absorb ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Using that heat energy, it produces these compounds: barium chloride, ammonia, and H2O. Dear students, you all know that change in temperature is also one of the indication to say chemical reaction has taken place. Now, in this case, last chemical reaction, suppose you go for taking barium hydroxide and ammonium chloride in two different beakers, and you'll go for pouring one into the other. Just touch the beaker, it will be at normal temperature only. And when these two undergo chemical reaction, when the chemical reaction is going on, now you go for touching the bottom of the beaker, you feel very cold. Yakantandre, as I said, this chemical reaction will take place by absorbing the heat from its surroundings. As heat is lost, so that you feel cold, but temperature is decreased. Clear now? Okay. Observe. In these chemical reactions, some of them are balanced. Assume that ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು balance ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, but I'm going to give you the conclusions. When the equation is balanced, you can make it as more informative. You can make a chemical equation as more informative by following some factors. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, okay, this equation is balanced. We have indicated what do gas, aqueous, solid and L represent?
Gaseous, solid, liquid, aqueous.
State of matter.
What do they represent? They represent the physical state of reactants and products. By indicating the physical states of reactants products, we can make it as more informative. Not only this, even look at, there are some chemical reaction that takes place under some conditions only. Without this condition, potassium chloride does not get split up into potassium chloride and oxygen. The condition ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. Similarly, here carbon dioxide reacts with water under this condition in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to produce these compounds. Got it? If any chemical reaction takes place with some condition, it may be the temperature, it may be the pressure. So those are to be mentioned. It may be the presence of catalyst. So by indicating the conditions under which chemical reaction takes place, you can make it as more informative. By indicating the reaction condition. By indicating the reaction condition. And third one, look at, there are some chemical reaction in which heat is produced. There are some chemical reactions in which heat is absorbed. You know, in this chemical equation or in this chemical reaction, after the reaction, good amount of heat energy is being produced. Whereas in the last chemical reaction, you can come to know that these two will undergo chemical reaction by absorbing the heat. So heat may be absorbed or heat may be evolved. So by mentioning that also, we can make it as more informative. So we write it as by indicating heat changes. By indicating heat changes. Clear up? And another one is, look here. You know that calcium carbonate, it is a white precipitate in this chemical reaction. And if precipitate is formed, it is to be represented by indicating the downward arrow mark. Here, with respect to the compound, if you are showing the downward arrow mark, means it is precipitate. Got it? And you also know that the chemical reaction, that is sodium reacts with water to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. When the gas is liberated, it can be represented by using the upward arrow mark. Upward arrow mark indicates the gas is liberated. Downward arrow mark indicates the precipitate is formed. Clear? So by indicating upward arrow mark for gas and downward arrow mark for precipitate, we can make a chemical equation as more informative. So these are the 4 important criteria that we have to follow to make a chemical equation more informative. What are those? One is by indicating the physical state. Second one is by indicating reaction condition. Third one is by indicating the heat changes. And fourth one is by indicating upward arrow mark for liberation of gas and downward arrow mark for precipitate. Gotaytana? Understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Observe. Carbon dioxide reacts with calcium hydroxide. There is no particular condition, but the reaction between these two will produce a precipitate. We all know that precipitate is a solid, and just a solid and the so that is why we will go for mentioning the downward arrow. That means this is a precipitate. Got it? Yes. Now please go for writing the side heading. Take the side heading as a question. Right. How do you make a chemical equation as more informative? How do you make a chemical equation as more informative? How do you make a chemical equation more informative? It is first one. What is that first one? By indicating
Physical state.
physical state of reactants and products. Just physical state of the body. That's enough. By indicating physical state of reactants and products. Second, by indicating what is that? Reaction condition. That is the condition under which chemical reaction takes place. By indicating the reaction condition. Third one is by indicating heat changes. And please do remember, if heat is evolved, it is to be written on the right hand side of the chemical equation, nothing but in the product side. If heat is absorbed, that is to be written on the left hand side of the chemical equation. By indicating heat change. Fourth one, by indicating what? Arrow marks. That is by indicating upward arrow mark for liberation of gas. Or evolution of gas. And downward arrow mark for precipitate. Written up. Uttam Kumar, have you written? Spurti, have you written? Pratiksha DG. Okay. Yes. Adya, have you written? Adil Malik, have you written? Okay, very good. Chinmay MK, have you written? No. Simply you are telling, but still you are writing. Huh? Complete. Very good. Good. Dear students, just go for taking few examples with respect to this. I'll give you the examples. Right. First example, I'll take the same. What happens when carbon dioxide gas is passed into calcium hydroxide solution? You know that it forms a precipitate called calcium carbonate, CaCO3, and then water is also produced. Please go for writing it as a balanced equation. it is already balanced. So after balancing, you have to write the physical state. Physical state of carbon dioxide. It is gas. Physical state of calcium hydroxide. It is aqueous, or you may write L, liquid. Aqueous. Then calcium carbonate. You all know that it is a precipitate. Precipitate, you can mention like downward arrow. And water, it is in liquid state, you write L. Just one example. Similarly, I'll go for taking another example. This one, okay. Potassium chloride. When potassium chloride is heated in the presence of manganese dioxide, then it produces potassium chloride and oxygen. Just go for balancing it. Here, 2. Here, 2. This is 3. Here we have mentioned the reaction condition. Even you can mention the physical state also. But I have been giving one example to show physical state, one example to show reaction condition, and another example for indicating heat changes. Right. Regarding heat changes, I'll take this example. Third one. In that, there are 2 parts. One is where the heat is produced. But in methane, it reacts with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. Then heat energy is released. Plus heat energy. Just new heat at the time. Heat. Here you may go for balancing it. How do you go for balancing? Hydrogen 4. Here is 2. Just multiply. Hydrogen is balanced. Oxygen. Here 2. Here 2. 2 plus 2, 4. Here only 2. Just multiply it by carbon 1 atom, 1 atom. It is balanced. Next, I'll go for taking another example where the heat is absorbed. So I'll take this barium hydroxide solution. Barium hydroxide, it reacts with ammonium chloride, NH4Cl, then produces barium chloride, ammonia and water. Only when it absorbs the heat. Hence, I'll write that plus heat. Even it can also be written on the arrow mark as well. Right, plus heat gives rise to right barium chloride BaCl2 plus NH3 plus H2O. We go for balancing it. Overall, next, 4th, you should try your best to balance this. Now we are moving to 4th one by indicating upward arrow mark for liberation of the gas. One simple example for that is when sodium reacts with water, then it produces a compound called sodium hydroxide, NaOH, plus hydrogen gas is liberated. Show the liberation of the gas by using upward arrow mark. Next, I'll go for taking another example. We know that downward arrow mark is used for the precipitate. Precipitate, already we have given one example. You may take the same. Or else, one more is very familiar to us. That is, I think day before yesterday only we have come to know about it. PbNO3. Name this compound. PbNO3 twice. It is
Lead nitrate, sir.
lead nitrate. Lead nitrate. And it is aqueous solution. Aqueous solution of lead nitrate react with aqueous solution of potassium iodide. Potassium iodide. Then when we all know that when two aqueous solutions react with each other, what happens? A
Precipitate is formed, sir.
Very good. What is the precipitate here? This is
Lead iodide.
PbI2.
PbI2. Lead iodide plus aqueous
KNO2.
solution of which compound is formed?
KNO3.
Yes,
Potassium
potassium nitrate.
Potassium nitrate.
KNO3. Here, the precipitate is lead iodide. What is its color? What is the color of lead iodide? Lead iodide.
Yellow.
Yellow color.
Yellow color.
Downward arrow mark. You may go for balancing it. See that here, oxygen has maximum number of atoms. Here, 2 3s are 6 atoms. Oxygen 3 atoms. What should be multiplied here? Here 6 atoms there. Here 3 there.
Two.
How do you balance 6 and 3?
2, sir. Multiplying with
By multiplying this by 2.
2
Next.
potassium iodide.
Whereas potassium, 2 atoms. Here, only 1 atom is there.
Into 2.
I can multiply
multiply.
2. Then iodine, 2 atoms. Here, 2 atoms. Nitrogen, there, 2 atoms. Here, 2 ones are 2 atoms. It is balanced. Other it is, ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Followed?
Yes, sir.
These are the few examples which show how we can make a chemical equation as more informative. Now, we are moving to the next part of this chapter. Listen, you may stop writing, just look here. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Dear students, could you tell which is the most familiar chemical reaction to us? ಯಾವುದು?
MgO.
C plus O2.
Magnesium. Magnesium reacts with oxygen on burning to produce
Magnesium oxide.
oxide.
magnesium oxide.
Magnesium
oxide. Mg plus O2 gives rise to MgO, right? Similarly, you know that. Chinmay, please look at the board. When hydrogen gas and oxygen gas react with each other,
Use water, sir.
H2O.
Water, sir.
H2O.
H2O.
Yes, water is formed. It is to one category, group 1. Next, I'll go for taking another. Just observe. KClO3, potassium chloride. We know that when it is heated, it gets split up into
Potassium
KCl and
Chemical.
oxygen.
plus
oxygen.
Plus oxygen.
This is also very familiar to you. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. You have got information about electrolysis of water in your previous classes. Enpidana? What happens when current is passed into an acidified water?
Hydrogen and oxygen atoms
Very
get
good.
separated, sir.
Yes, very good. Then when acidified, when current, electric current is passed into the acidified water, it gets split up into hydrogen and oxygen. Vignesh, MV. Vignesh. Vignesh. Don't play with that. I'm taking the same. Just observe here. Water, H2O. When you will pass electricity in that is electric current into it, then it gets split up into hydrogen and oxygen. One group one. Got it? And dear students, you are also very familiar with another chemical reaction where the color is changed from sky blue color to pale green.
Fe plus TuSO4 is equal to FeSO4 plus Cu.
That is, when iron nail is kept in the sky blue color solution, that is copper sulfate solution, and when it is kept for some time, what happens?
FeSO plus Cu, sir.
It changes to color from sky blue
Copper,
to sky blue to pale green due to the formation of iron sulfate FeSO4. Then copper gets separate. Similarly, even you must be magnesium suppose you go for placing a magnesium ripple or magnesium metal in copper sulfate solution, then this magnesium
MgO plus Cu.
will get
MgSO4 plus Cu.
Here also
Cu,
copper
sir.
gets separate. This is one group one. Next, another group, I'll say, okay, lead nitrate. Lead nitrate reacts with potassium iodide to form lead iodide and potassium nitrate. Not only this, I'll say one more. This is also very familiar to you. In Tumba important exam. I've been taking the examples, or we have been taking only such examples. You must remember, you must practice this. Another one is, it is barium chloride solution, aqueous solution of barium chloride. Then aqueous solution of sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. We know that as these two are aqueous solution, when they react with each other, obviously the precipitate. Then what is that precipitate?
Barium
BaSO4
Barium sulfate plus
Barium sulfate.
sulfate
Then
plus
aqueous
sodium
solution of
chloride.
sodium chloride is formed. Now I'm going to rub this. Observe these 8 chemical equations or 8 chemical reactions. Are they one and the same? Here we have 4 groups. First group, second group, third group, fourth group. Are they one and the same?
Yes, sir.
Are you saying yes or no?
No, sir.
No, there are
No, sir.
different. Can be different at the end. In the first case, in the first group, observe both the chemical reactions. You'll come to know that here reactants, they combine and they form a product. How many products are there?
One,
How
sir.
many compounds are
One,
there?
sir.
One.
One.
There is only one product,
One.
right? Whereas in the reactant side, single compound is taken, but when you observe the product side, giant Ka, observe. And when you observe the product side, you can come to know that these reactants are get split up into some other compounds. Alva? Here, in first case, they have combined, they form a single product. In second case, single compound is there, it gets split up into 2 or more. Simple again, 2 compounds barange third. Whereas third group one observe buddy. Iron, copper sulfate. Iron sulfate, copper. Here the elements in, sorry, metals involved are iron and copper. Here, iron and copper. But can we say that these two are exchanged their places?
Displaced, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Displacement reaction.
Look at it. In this chemical reaction, you know that iron is more reactive than copper. Alva? As it is more reactive, so it will displace the copper from its solution. And we got this. Similarly, even magnesium is more reactive than copper. Hence, magnesium sulfate
It displaces.
sulfate is formed and copper get separated. Andre, in a compound, if there is a weak element, then it is to be removed by the strong element. Alva? Followed?
Yes, sir.
Come across this. Here in these two chemical reactions. Okay. Lead nitrate, potassium iodide. These two react with each other and they form two new compounds. Lead iodide and potassium nitrate. And they are not quite different compounds. These compounds are formed by these two only.
This
Only the thing is,
Double
here,
displacement.
whatever the
Double
ions are present in these, when you come across lead nitrate is one there, Pb2 plus and NO3 1 minus. These are the two ions. Here potassium ion and iodine ion. These two react with each other and they form two new compounds. And these two new compounds are formed by mutual exchange of ions. Look here, iodine present in this compound will be given to the lead, so we get lead ion. Similarly, nitrate ion, this is transferred to this group and we get potassium nitrate. Okay. Mutual exchange is taking place. As when you observe all the four groups, you will come to know that the chemical reaction takes place differently. Hence, can we say that we can go for classifying the chemical reactions into some types?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
So we have different types of chemical reactions. Different types of chemical reactions. They are generally, and tomorrow I'll explain that in detail. Here, two compounds combine, two reactants combine to form a single product. Single product bantu andre as they have combined.
Combination.
Combination reaction.
Combination reaction.
Whereas here reactant get to split up into two or more compounds. Andre combine first to fuse agittu, next now it is getting separated. When it is fused, it is combination. When it is diffused, then it is
Decomposition.
very good.
Decomposition reaction.
Decomposition.
Now, in third case, you came to know that the more reactive element
Displacement reaction.
less reactive
Displacement reaction.
Displacement, sir.
So it is displaced.
Undisplacement. Double displacement
Double
reaction.
displacement
Double
reaction.
Double displacement, sir.
Double
Double
displacement.
displacement.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Very
sir.
good, very good. Here the ions are exchanging. It is exchanging reaction. Right? That means in this case, only one element present in the compound was displayed. But here, look at the element present, the radicals present in both the compounds are displaced mutually. On our understanding manner, we are exchange archive. So we call this as
Double displacement.
Double
double
displacement.
displacement reaction. Got it? Some other subtypes are also there. Let us discuss about these
Oxidation reduction.
tomorrow.
Oxidation and reaction.
Okay. Now, just these are first we shall focus on these four: combination, decomposition, displacement, double displacement. Combination, decomposition, displacement, it is also called single displacement, and double decomposition. Just I have given you the information. In tomorrow's class, we will go for getting the detailed information about each of these. Dear students, while coming to the next class, please read and come so that you find it very easy to understand. And another important thing is every day you have to practice writing the chemical equations related to reaction. You practice ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. Then only it is possible for you to remember easily. ಮುಕ್ತಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನಮ್ಮ? ಮುಕ್ತಾ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಅಟೆಂಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ವಾ, ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಟೆಂಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. Please do practice writing chemical equations. Please do practice writing chemical equations every day. At least by till the end of this chapter, every day you have to write 10 chemical equations. ಇನ್ನು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Take some chemical equation, just go for practicing. Just 10 chemical equation per day. By the time this chapter is completed, you will have very good knowledge about writing the chemical equations with respect to chemical reactions. Bala easy agibidutte. Got it? Understood? ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಬರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ Mg plus O2 gives rise to Mg.
MgO.
Next, hydrogen plus oxygen gives rise to
Hydrogen
water.
oxide.
Water.
H2O.
Simple ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನು remaining should also come as it is. Got it? Okay, now it is time up. It is the time to wind up the class. Once again, I've
Thank
been
you, sir.
reminding, whatever
Thank you,
we
sir.
have done today, please do practice this
Thank you, sir.
without fail.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
With this,
you.
I stop the class. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.